The Jamestown Red Raiders were the best of the best last season, winning a New York State Class AA championship. This year, the mighty have fallen to 500, but the Red Raiders still have playoff hopes with a vaunted offense, the quarterback who has won a state title. They face the Frontier Falcons, who also have fallen a bit and need to win this game for their own playoff hopes. It's a must-win contest as Jamestown and Frontier battle it out now on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Presents Section 6 high school football as the Jamestown Red Raiders take on the Frontier Falcons from Frontier High School in Blaisdell, New York. A very brisk, windy, and cool night here in Western New York for high school football. Hello everyone, I'm Sloan Martin along with my good friend and colleague Sal Capaccio. And Sal, tonight we have a AA matchup on our hands.
Absolutely, this should be a very interesting contest. Two programs that are accustomed to winning, maybe a little bit downtrodden this year, but not the case not just too long ago when these two teams met for a sectional championship.
Now Jamestown, we know that they are the reigning state AA champions. They did lose several members of that team last year on both sides of the ball, but they do bring back their top playmakers, including their quarterback, who led them to a state title.
Yeah, they do. That's Nick Holland. He was the man last year. He did something not a lot of even really good quarterbacks can say. He won a state title. Even Jake Sisson, who set all kinds of records for Jamestown, never won a title for them, but Nick Holland did. He's a great kid, a dual threat to run the ball. He's very smart. You have to be smart to run Jamestown complicated offense. He also has that running ability and passing ability and smarts to handle a very complicated offense for Jamestown. So he is definitely a very big piece of what they want to do on offense.
Now Sal, how does Frontier handle this very high-powered offense from Jamestown?
Well, they're going to have to dictate the pace of play tonight. They're going to want to make sure they move the chains, keep the ball in their hands, and it's all going to start with their quarterback, and he is number 12, Zach Kamich. He's certainly got this raw skills to do it. He's 6'6", 175 pounds with a good arm. He's improved his game from a year ago. Now, he does need work in his accuracy and also trusting his wide receivers. They're going to need that today. He's got to be accurate in the short passing game. They can move the chains and control the pace of the game with him, and they're going to need him to do that to keep Jamestown off the field.
That brings us to our keys to the game, starting with Frontier. The first one for them is to control the pace of the game, just as you mentioned, Sal. That's going to involve limiting 3 and outs, limiting the amount of possessions that Jamestown can have. They're going to go deep into that play clock and also make sure that they do not turn the ball over. The second key for them, be effective in the air. That's how you control the pace with a productive short passing game. Now, Sal, what are we looking at for the keys for Jamestown today?
Well, for the Red Raiders, the first key is to tackle better. Now, we talk a lot about their offense, but they've had some problems more on the defensive side of the ball this year. They lost starters on the defensive side, so they're going to have to tackle much better than they have. Also, finish drives. Going back to the offense, yeah, they've moved the ball well. They've had some hiccups finishing drives, however, so they got to make sure they do that today. We'll keep an eye on that.
Two teams desperate for a win tonight here at Frontier High School as they take on Jamestown. We'll have more coming up in a moment here on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.